Hi, and welcome to the Commander's Deep Dive. In this, we'll be talking about some of the great leaders, fantastic leaders that we know about, and what is it that in their lives we can learn from with respect to leadership. It's a short series, not very long, but to pinpoint exactly what are those qualities that these leaders displayed that hopefully we should be able to imbibe in us. So welcome to the Commander's Deep Dive. Let's start this episode with none other than Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, better known as the Missile Man of India. Just look at his life story. Born in a humble background in a village near Rameshwaram, not a well-to-do family, but very basic, studied hard, and then went on to graduate, went on to the Madras Institute of Technology, where he became an aeronautical engineer. But somewhere his dream there apparently was to join the Indian Air Force as a pilot. But for whatever reasons, there were apparently only 8 seats that were available for selection, and his number was 9th. So he did not get selected for the Indian Air Force and then joined the DRDO instead. For some, that might be a failure. But for APJ Abdul Kalam, that was his first step onto something bigger. I mean, from that background of joining the DRDO, he first joined the satellite project, which was the IRS series of satellites that he was involved in, then became project director, went on from there to join ISRO, and finally became the president of India. For him, from that humble background to become a person whom everybody looked up to for his humility. And he was so much involved in children and teaching that till the very end, his ethos, his life was about teaching, giving wings to all the students that are there. A great person, the Missile Man of India. And let us see what were his qualities that we all should learn, imbibe, maybe copy. So one of the first things that when we see Dr. Abdul Kalam, what are the qualities that he has got, as he displayed? I think, which is among the qualities that every leader has displayed as the first quality, and that is vision. They are people. Abdul Kalam was a person who thought far ahead. It was not that he lived only in the present moment, because many of us sometimes get trapped in this thinking, aaj ke liye jiyo. Leaders like Abdul Kalam think far ahead. Despite whatever setbacks might come in their path, their eyes are fully locked onto that vision, which is of maybe 10 years from now, 20 years from now. Abdul Kalam's case, he was in the DRDO, then joined ISRO, also in charge of the atom bomb development. Everything, all of these require huge amount of time. You cannot develop a missile in 1 year and 2 years. It takes 10 years to develop a missile. There'll be 100 reasons why the missile, in the first attempt when you fire it, will fail. If you have your eyes locked onto your 10 years from now, the probability that you will reach there is now far higher than simply getting up in the morning and saying, what do I do today? Biggest example was the SLV-3 launch, when Rohini satellite was launched. The first launch that they did was a failure. The world pointed fingers at Dr. Abdul Kalam because he was the project director. Hey, what is this? Why are you wasting money in all these things? Don't. India needs much more money for poverty alleviation. Why are you wasting money on this? He was the project director. They stuck to it. Why? Because he had a vision. So I would say first thing that we all should do as aspiring leaders is think 10 years from now. Don't just think of 1 year and 2 years. Lock your eyes on the horizon, beyond the horizon, 10 years. That sets your leadership journey. The second great quality I think we all should learn from Dr. Abdul Kalam is his humility and simplicity. I mean, just imagine, this gentleman grew from a humble background and became the President of India. And most of us would have seen him as a president. At least I had not seen him when he was in the DRDO or in the ISRO, very rare. But as president, he was everywhere. Now, when you say president of India, that's a position that is so high. But what were his manners like? He was always very humble. In fact, I remember seeing many scenes where he would literally sit on the ground with the students and teach them something. Was that the president's job? You would say no, but he took pride in doing that because these children are the future of India. And he, having already achieved whatever was to be achieved, was now willing to come down to their level and teach them at their level. What sometimes many of us get into a trap is, now I become a leader, you come to my standards. No, sir. He went down to them. You see his dress sense, always dressed very humbly. He didn't have any expensive clothes to show off like. He would wear a simple dhoti, maybe a simple suit. The way he used to talk, was his talk always in a hi-fi English? No, he was very common, down-to-earth English that we all could understand. So I would say simplicity and humbleness is another great quality that we should learn from Dr. Abdul Kalam. Take the case of his teams. There are many stories that we can, when you go on YouTube, you'll find that whenever there is a success, Dr. Kalam would say it is my team's success. Sometimes when failures would happen, and there were many things when the missiles would fail, whatever project would fail, he took the flak and he raised his hand and said, okay, I have failed somewhere. Me and my team will discuss, we'll find out what the answers are, how will it. That's because they have the first is the long-term vision, second is the humility and humbleness to accept failure, to accept your own shortcomings, and to accept that I could be wrong. One more quality that we all should learn from Dr. Abdul Kalam is that of resilience, perseverance, and learning from failure. You see the entire career of his. Setbacks were a given. No research project, no R&D project ever succeeds at the first go. You got to give it 10, 20, 30 times. In fact, once there's Thomas Edison who invented the light bulb. He's supposed to have said that when they asked him that you failed 1,000 times when you designed the light bulb. He says, no, I learned 1,000 ways that a light bulb does not work. It is those failures that we have to have the ability, the willpower, the perseverance, the resilience to say, I will not give up. I will continue with it. Therefore, unless you have the first quality, which is vision, you will give up. Because the failures will be brutal at times. When Dr. Kalam was the project director for, I think, SLV, and the first flight, there was international press people there, and the first flight was an abject failure. The missile took off, and I think in the second stage, the missile malfunctioned and dished into the Bay of Bengal. The world laughed at him. Your team cannot design a rocket. What is this? But they stuck, persevered, resilience. Next year, the same team with Dr. Kalam as the project director, they did not change him. Same team launched the satellite. It was a perfect textbook launch. Failure is never final. It is about how you get up one more time. And that is leadership. When you are down, do you have that in you to say, I will not give up? And tomorrow is another day, and you stand up. And that is resilience. To summarize, I think there should be three major qualities that Dr. Abdul Kalam had shown to us, which we as leaders should imbibe. The first one is vision. Think big. Think 10 years from now. Don't let the negativity that might come with that suppress you. So therefore, you must think big. The second one was humility. Because with success comes power. And leaders are those who will not let that power get to their head. When he became the president of India, but remained completely grounded. So second quality, I would say, is humility and being humble. And the third, most important for all of us aspiring leaders, is perseverance, resoluteness, willpower, that chhodega nahi. Because failures will come, setbacks will happen. How will you have it in you to say, I will not give up? So that is the third quality that we all must imbibe. I hope this has been useful to you guys. In summarizing, because there are lots and lots of leadership qualities, the top three qualities that all of us must imbibe in us. Guys, if you've liked the video so far, I'd request you to first is like the video, share the video, and subscribe to my channel so that you get more such content as often as we put it out. Most importantly, share it with your friends and colleagues who will also benefit in their leadership journey.